Hello, everyone, and welcome to our cryptocurrency quiz for this week. Use your phone, go to kahoot.it, use the game pin 9271476. We'll get started here very shortly. Thank you for joining us. I'm still working on the sound settings. I don't think you're getting the background music. Why, thank you for joining us, Dr. Craig W. I wonder who that is. It's great to have representation here. Okay, you're getting music now. Okay, I'll just give it a few more minutes. 4 people so far. We have Chihuahua, Got the Yips, Dr. Craig W, and IDK. Again, someone's up. They're back. Okay. Again, if you want to join, you can go to kahoot.it with your phone. You can use the game pin 9271476. I'll put that in the chat here. Again, there will be 15 questions. There will be 60 seconds per question. Note that since this is a live stream, there is going to be about a 5-second delay. So if it says there's about 10 seconds left, there really is only about 5 seconds left. You get points by answering correctly, but you also get points by answering quickly. So if you answer the right question at the beginning, you'll get far more points than if you get it correct near the end. So try to answer quickly as you know it. Put in the comments in the chat on YouTube if you have any issues or anything you want to add to the conversation. Any comments about the questions, we'll keep them in mind. We'll discuss them as we go along. Again, 15 questions. Most are worth 1,000 points total, but the last one is a bonus one worth 2,000 points. So no one's really out until we get to the very end here. So hopefully everyone will have a good time. Again, just waiting a few more minutes in case people are coming by near the very end here, and then we'll get started. Enjoy the Kahoot background Christmas music. All right, it's 5 after, so we're going to get started. We have 5 people joining us: JW, Chihuahua, Got the Yips, Dr. Craig W, which, of course, Dr. Craig Wright. We're among, we have Gold that just joined us, thank you, and then IDK. You can continue to join. If people ask questions in the chat about how they can join, they can still join going to kahoot.it and using the pin 9271476. That will be in the lower left-hand corner as we get along here. But yeah, let's just get started here. Again, 15 questions. Just as a reminder, everyone, the question will not appear on your phone screen while you're answering it. So you have to keep an eye on the live stream to see what the question is. I will read it out, and then you can answer it on your phone by clicking one of the 4 related colors and shapes. All right, yeah, and just with the true/false question, there's one. Keep an eye on which ones, and keep an eye on the order because it says false and then true. There's no way for me to change that. So make sure you know what you're clicking on. Last time a lot of people misclicked. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to get that started. And note that there's about a 5-second delay on the live stream, even on ultra low latency. All right, here we go. 15 questions. First one. What exchange recently was spun off by Circle? Was it Poloniex, Facebook, Twitter, or Binance? 2 real good throwaway ones here that aren't realistic good choices here. So what is it really? Poloniex or Binance? Someone's really thinking about this one. All right, the majority of you got that one correct. Yes, it was Poloniex. Luckily, no one answered Facebook or Twitter. Thank goodness. Hopefully, you know at least that much. But yes, Binance is another exchange, but no, it was not recently spun off by Circle. Poloniex was actually acquired by Circle years ago, and then they recently sold it for about $400 million to Asian investors primarily. All right, let's see who's in first place now so far. A lot of people saying oops. Note that if there's 11 people watching and only 6 people in the stream, 13 people watching. So you can still join using the link kahoot.it and the game pin 9271476 in the lower left-hand corner. So, only 4 people got this one correct. So you certainly can still join. There are 15 questions, and the last one is worth double points. So absolutely, you can still come back. All right, leaderboard so far: Chihuahua 943 points, JW 924, Goal 906, Dr. Craig Wright 796, and Got the Yips unfortunately did not get this one correct, along with one other person who is able to stay off the leaderboard and not be publicly shamed here. All right, let's proceed to the next question. What is the name of Monero's new mining algorithm? Is it ProgPow, Kryptonite R, RandomX, or Monero doesn't use Zine, proof of work, meant to be use? All right, 3 of you got that one correct. The answer is RandomX. Kryptonite R was the previous algorithm it just used. ProgPow is not used by any, to my understanding at the moment, at least not any large coins, but it was developed for Ethereum to be mostly GPU mineable. And yes, Monero does use a proof of work. It uses RandomX now, but it used Kryptonite R and a previous set of variations in the past, depending on what time of history. But it's always used some sort of proof of work. All right, let's see who got this one correct. JW takes the lead by 3 points. See, this is what I'm telling you with quick timing comes into play. Chihuahua 1984, Dr. Craig Wright 1776, Goal 906. And thank you Social Eagle 47 for joining us. I hope you're able to make up some points here in the next few rounds. All right, third question. What is Doge's maximum supply? Dogecoin. Is it 21 billion, 210 billion, 2.1 trillion, or does it have no max supply? Remember that there's about a 5-second lag, so if it says 5 seconds left, it's about over. So get those answers in. All right, most of you got this one correct. Doge does indeed have no max supply. 21 is related to Bitcoin. I just multiplied it by 10 a few times because we all know there are a lot of Doge out there. And indeed, there is no limit to the supply. Indeed, John Murphy says in chat, Doge has infinite wow. That is completely correct. Infinite wow for Doge. If someone wants to link that one Dogecoin winning contest video, I think I'll approve it for chat because it's good to always link that every so often to those who haven't seen it before. They can watch that after the stream is over. All right, but yes, let's see how the leaderboard looks now. JW is on a streak, 3 correct answers, 3,148. Right behind him is Chihuahua, 3,123. Dr. Craig Wright, IDK, and then Miller. IDK and Miller making their way on the board with 1 correct answer each. Let's see how things pan out going into the future. And again, 15 people watching now. You can still join using the link and code in the lower left. Again, the most anyone has gotten right so far is 3 questions. So you can certainly come back, and the last one is worth double points. Okay, question 4. What was the name of Ethereum's recent update? Was it Constantinople, Istanbul, Madrid, or Rome? And remember, you get extra points if you answer quickly. Do we have a lot of Ethereum fans here? How many people here are Ethereum experts? I know a few chats ago I had some Ethereum questions, and a lot of people were like, so many Ethereum questions. All right, again, most people got this one correct. The correct answer is Istanbul. Constantinople, not correct. Madrid, also not correct. Certainly not Rome. Yes, that's the name of the most recent update that happened this past week. So very, very recent. I believe, yeah, I mentioned this during the last quiz. So if you did take the last quiz, you would have known this. So keep coming back every week to get some extra points. All right, JW is still on fire here. Chihuahua right behind, though. And, of course, we have striking distance with Dr. Craig Wright, IDK, and goal. So anything can happen here. Next question, 5. What is the name of the backed CEO who was appointed to the Senate recently? Is it Kelly Loeffler, Dick Durbin, Johnny Isakson, or Brian Kemp? Wow, we have some smart people in here today. Yes, it was Kelly Loeffler. Maybe you all are having enough time to search. The reason it's 60 seconds is because it used to be 30 and there was a longer delay in some streams, but I'm only seeing about a 2-second delay here today. So yes, correct answer, Kelly Loeffler. She is the backed CEO and was appointed to the Senate. Johnny and Brian were related to her because they're from Georgia as either the governor or a past senator, but no, they are not. It's not the person who was just appointed to the Senate. So let's see what the scoreboard looks like now. JW, oh, did he get that one wrong, or did someone else just answer it faster? In any case, 5,765 points, Chihuahua, 5,408. Dr. Craig Wright, longest answer streak, 5,058. And of course, goal. And Satoshi's mom made it on here? Oh no. Dr. Craig Wright. I don't know if that's your mom or not. I don't know. We might have some contention here in the chat in terms of whether or not Satoshi's mom is going to come out and beat Dr. Craig Wright. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. All right, let's continue to the next question. Question 6. A major employee of which social network recently indicated they want to build a more decentralized social network? Is it Mastodon, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook? And a hint, it's not the one that I spelled incorrectly. All right, most of you got this one correct. Yes, it was Jack from Twitter. He said that he was interested in making a team that would have some decentralized sort of distributed consensus, sort of like Mastodon. That's the reason I put it on, but certainly Mastodon is not a very large or large social network. So yep, most of you got that one correct. Let's see. JW 7,226 still on top, but the rest of everyone else is still pretty close here. Got the Yips, who's off the screen, actually just hit an answer streak of 3, so they're still doing pretty well. All right, let's see what happens with the next questions. There are 15 questions, John Murphy, and the last one is worth 2,000 points instead of 1,000 like the rest. Okay. Question 7. True or false? The travel rule is exclusive to cryptocurrencies. Left is false, right is true. I told you that's kind of backwards. Just make sure you're answering the way you intend to. And hopefully you all tell me if there's something going on with the stream here. Yes, all of you answered correctly. It is false. The funds travel rule was made in like 1996. Like it's not exclusive to cryptocurrencies. All financial institutions, all regulated institutions need to follow it. So it is being applied to cryptocurrencies, but it certainly is not exclusive to it. Good job everyone getting that correct. So this probably didn't change too much, only a bit depending on how quickly people answered, but we can continue on from here. JW is still in the lead. Question 8. What company has announced plans to tokenize shoes on the blockchain? Is it Adidas, Puma, Louis Vuitton, or Nike? All right, everyone but 2 people got that one correct. It is Nike, not Louis Vuitton or Adidas. Let's see how that plays out here. JW is still 10,000, Chihuahua right behind him, though. Same with Dr. Craig Wright, and we still have a good number of people within striking distance, depending on how the rest of the game plays out here. I try to mix in some easy and tough questions here, so let's see. Question 9. What was the name of Zcash's network upgrade yesterday? It was late yesterday, around 21 UTC. Is it Sapling, Blossom, Sprout, or Spring? You should note that unlike last week when I was streaming with the Linux laptop, the colors are all correct. That's because I'm back to a normal setup here finally. All right, only 2 people got this one correct. Yes, it is Blossom. Sapling was the name of the previous network upgrade, or name of the large upgrade. And before it, when Zcash originally launched, it had the name Sprout. Spring is something I just made up because I felt it was remotely related. But yes, the correct answer is Blossom. So I expect things to change a lot here. JW is still on top. Maybe it was just JW and Chihuahua who just killed it in this one. But yes, the correct answer was Sprout. Chihuahua has 9 correct answers in a row, so they're doing really well. And the next question is also about Zcash, so get ready for another one. Question 10. The Zcash community seems to have agreed to increase the dev fund from what percent to what percent? I'm saying in the future, so not at the moment. Is it 10 to 20% in the future, 0 to 50%, 0 to 20%, or 10 to 50%? I'm referring to next year when the block reward was set to decrease to a certain amount for the founder's reward. It's sort of been renamed to the dev fund. It's been a whole thing, but only one of these is the best answer. Wow, only 2 people got that one correct. So the dev fund currently 20% is going to. Oh, okay. I just realized this is a really bad question. Okay, so yeah, this is a bad question, so I apologize. And let me explain why it's a bad question that I wasn't really thinking about as I wrote it down. So currently, 20% of the Zcash block reward is going to the founder's reward. Yes, John, I'm agreeing with you here, and I'm going to explain it. So I apologize to those of. I'll say everyone got this one correct. How about that? So currently, 20% of the founders' rewards of the block reward are going to the founders' reward, and next year that is currently set to drop to 0%. Okay. However, the total amount of the founders' reward, if you count the entire supply, is 10%. So you can see why, depending on the perspective, 0 to 20% for the future issuance, or 10% to 20% of the total issuance. So yes, I apologize to everyone for that question. Should have come up with some different numbers there or worded the question differently. I was so entrenched in the discussion about what to do next year that I sort of forgot actually that people might look at it from a more holistic perspective. So yeah, and I did say dev fund, so I mean the best answer still is maybe yellow, but indeed I don't think it's a good question. This should have been different, so I apologize. Let's see if this changed. Essentially, Chihuahua got that one correct, and I don't know who else got this one correct, but it was Chihuahua, and he's at the lead here. Got to have some extra excitement. So again, apologies for that question. Hopefully you all learned something nevertheless. All right. I promise the next few questions are all better. Okay, question 11. Are more USDT held in OmniLayer or on the Ethereum network? Is it OmniLayer or the Ethereum network? All right, yes, the correct answer here is Ethereum network. There was a big split here. So some background context, USDT used to be held, and still is, but originally was held in the Omni layer, and then they started migrating everything over to an ERC20 based Ethereum token. So at this point, there are more tokens, more total value in the Ethereum network than there is on OmniLayer. It did change. And no, I'm not, John. Nice thought, but no, it's not Chihuahua. But let's see. Oh, it looks like Chihuahua got that one wrong anyway. Wow. JW is back on top. Dr. Craig writes, Satoshi's mom got the yips. They're starting to trail a little bit behind, but I think they can still make it up in the last few questions depending on how things go. So let's see what happens here. Question 12. According to Coinmetrics, approximately what number of addresses control 1,000th of Maker, MKR? Is it 100, 250, 500, or 750? This is, of course, important because people get to vote for Maker depending on how much they have. So you want to know how generally centralized the address ownership is. Can you all tell that I made this quiz like 2 hours ago, like right before? Normally I try to make it a few days before. Wow, only one person got that correct. Yet it is just barely over 100 that control about 1,000th of the maker. So yes, this will certainly change up the scoreboard a little bit. I can't tell who got the. Is it got the Yips that got those points? I think they were at 6,000. Now they're at 7,000. It's hard for me to keep track as I'm doing all this. But yeah, that was a tough question, I would say. Maker, of course, is sort of the ecosystem behind DAI and Psi, the single asset collateral stablecoin, and the multi-asset collateral stablecoin that has more decentralized properties than other stablecoins like USDC, Tether, Gemini Dollar, other related coins. So yeah, congrats. I think it's got the ups. I'm going to give you the credit anyway for getting those extra 1,000 points, being the only one that got that one correct. All right, so let's see what the next question is. How much ZTX Tezos do people need to stake to be eligible as a baker? Is it 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, or 8,000? I told you we'd have some tougher questions coming on here. I think this is the first time I've had a question about Tezos in these quizzes. Need to cover the whole ecosystem. I think someone's Googling these answers. All right, most of you got that one correct. The correct answer is 8,000. But you can still help stake because you can allocate votes. So in a way, you can kind of stake if you have fewer than 8,000. But in order to actually get the voting mechanism, you do need about 8,000. All right. JW still atop there, 1,300 points. Got the yips. See, they had to have gotten the last one correct because they're one of the only ones with this answer streak here. So congratulations to you. Satoshi's mom is back on the leaderboard, or they got pushed down the leaderboard. They're not really catching up to Dr. Craig Wright. I'm just saying, maybe someone superior, who knows. But only 2 more questions, and again, the last one was worth 2,000 points, so it's still anyone's game at this point. 14, what U.S. exchange abruptly halted operations earlier this week? Is it Kraken, Huobi US, Shapeshift, or Binance? Again, most of you got this one correct. Good job. Yes, it was Huobi US, which is different than Huobi Global. Huobi Global does not serve US customers. Huobi US, I guess, previously only served US customers. So, yeah, different. They stopped trading earlier this week, and so we're still not exactly sure what's going on. Kraken, Shapeshift, and Binance, or Kraken and Shapeshift, continue to be fully operational in the US. Binance does not handle US customers, but they have a different division, Binance US, a different subsidiary that handles US customers. All right, let's see what happened there. JW still on top, got the yips, still got that one correct, so good job. And on to the last question here. So the last question will require for you to put things in order. And I just want to give you a heads up ahead of time, and it says it in the question too, but the lowest number will be on the left and the highest number will be on the right. So just keep that in mind going into this question here. Again, 2,000 points on this last one, so it's worth a good amount. Question 15 is a puzzle. Double points. Arrange these coins by their current block reward, not by USD equivalent and excluding fees with the smallest on the left. So by their per coin block reward, Coinbase output that excludes fees. I know I'm saying this in a really roundabout way, but what is the new block issuance lowest on the left, highest on the right? Hopefully everyone understood this question. We've got some eerie music going on in the background. All right. The correct order is shown below. I think this means does this mean everyone got it wrong or everyone got it right? I don't know. It's red, so maybe you'll get proportional points. But the correct order is Ethereum with the lowest, which makes sense because their block time is only a few seconds. Then there's Monero. Monero's current block issuance is about coin issuance per block is about 2.08 Monero per block. Then there's Bitcoin at about 12.5, and then Ravencoin has about 5,000. So again, like Ethereum 0.02, then Monero 2, Bitcoin 12.5, Ravencoin 5,000. So that's the correct order. So podium, Dr. Craig Wright, 3 points. They changed this ending animation. Chihuahua second place, and JW, look at you. Mixed up BTC and Overstock. What? Okay, Overstock coin. Okay, I don't know what Overstock coin is. But yeah, thank you everyone for playing. It looks like JW, Chihuahua, and Dr. Craig W are getting at least 10 out of 15 questions correct. So you all did a really good job. Thanks everyone for joining, and I hope you all got to learn a lot out of this. And we'll see you again. I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, we'll see you again next Thursday. That's not Christmas week yet, but for the following week we might change things up a little bit. Okay, yeah, and I guess John, that does make sense. Yeah, because they have an Overstock person that was promoting it. Yep, it was 5,000. It's still the initial that it was at launch. I don't know when that's supposed to change, but I think it is. All right. Thanks everyone for joining. Catch you again at the next one. See you again all in 1 week. Bye.